Hey, welcome back to the Redstone bunker. In this episode we're going to make a piston spiral staircase entrance. This will be flush with the ground, so it'll be hidden, and it'll be activated via a redstone key. So Codecrafted is going to do the spiral staircase, so we can go ahead and get started if you're ready to do that.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, we decided to revamp the whole entrance, and we're doing that with this staircase. You want to start out by placing these two pistons, and they are actually 5 blocks below the ground if you want to build along. These are going to retract the first of the 3 blocks we're actually going to move for this staircase. The other one, this one here, is just going to be a single piston like this, and then the last one there is going to be yeah, a piston getting pulled away by other pistons like that, but then from the other side. So like that. If that gives you yeah, a bit of an idea how it's going to work. But we're going to start out by placing these 2 pistons, and I'm just going to remove all of the other blocks, and then we're going to go and do the redstone. So dig out that block there, place a repeater in this hole on 4 ticks. Then we're going to have a redstone torch here that is going to transfer power up to this block with another redstone torch on top with a block on top. Then we're also going to put a redstone torch on the side here, which is going to extend these pistons for a short moment, which yeah, is what it needs to do. Then from this torch here at the bottom, we're going to place a repeater on 4 ticks. That is going to be pointing into a block with some redstone dust on top, and then we have another block there with some redstone, and they are both going to point into the same block. So what this basically is a kind of weird looking monostable circuit that is going to quickly pulse when the whole thing is going to open up. So extending the pistons is no problem. We can just power both pistons at the same time, and they will just both extend. But when we retract the pistons, they will actually need to grab this grass block, because this bottom piston is going to retract the top piston like this, and then this grass block stays behind. So to get that one, we're going to use this monostable. Then we'll just continue the redstone. So place a torch on the side of that block on top of that torch, and then a block here with a repeater facing away on 4 ticks, no, 2 ticks, yeah, 2 ticks. And then to finish it off, to power the top piston, we're going to place a block there and another one next to it with 2 pieces of redstone dust, and then a block at the end, and that is basically going to power the top piston. So we're just quickly going to test the double extender. It's yeah, kind of to see if I did everything correctly. So it double extends, and then when we hit the switch again, it retracts. So that is the main part of the spiral staircase done. It's also the most difficult part. So for instance, the first piston here that does the 1 block retraction is just like this, and you're done. And then the last part of the circuit is going to be 2 pistons like this, sticky pistons of course, with then another one in front of it with a cross block on top. And then it's going to get a little bit tricky. So we have a lever here to test. Just remove that, place your redstone dust in that hole. That's going to receive power from this block with a redstone torch on the side. I'll just move away for Panda. And that redstone torch is going to get powered by a repeater and a block in front, and this block here is going to be your input. Then on top of the block, place a torch with another block on top, and that is going to be extending that piston. And that is your hidden staircase basically done. So let's test it again. Now we can just fill in the floor so it's actually hidden. And we can also change the walls with obsidian, because yeah, we're building a bunker here, and it's very important that everything is secure against explosions. So I'm just going to swap out any visible blocks with obsidian. Like that, and then I'm just going to continue the staircase as well with obsidian. And that's about it, I guess. Oh, yeah. Oh, here's one more block. And that is your staircase completely done.
Very nice. Alright, so with that done, we need a good way to power it. We're going to use a redstone key, and we're going to do that right over here. Basically what's going to happen is we'll put a piece, or rather a redstone torch there, and it's going to activate our staircase for us. So to do that, to get started, we're going to need, let's see, grass block goes right there. And we need a sticky piston. See if I can get it there. There we go. Sticky piston facing downward. We need to put a block on that. I'm just going to use stone. And on the floor here, we're going to put a redstone torch. Next to the torch, another block with some redstone on top. And then we're just going to break that block out there, put a redstone torch, grab another sticky piston, and place it right there. And the torch activates that sticky piston. When we put a torch here to power it, that's the end result. And the way that works is this block here receives power, powers this piston, which pushes a block down on top of this redstone torch, which allows power to be transmitted to this redstone, which toggles this torch here, causing this piston to retract, popping the torch off and resetting the system. So it's pretty simple. And that's our redstone key. And now to hook it up to the system, we're going to do that with a T flip-flop. And see, this block right here, let me just double check here, has our button on it. And in the previous entryway, this was the wooden button we used to leave the bunker. So you can just swap that out with a stone button, and then we can get our signal from that. Just going to put a couple blocks down here, and we're going to use droppers. We're going to have one facing upward here. We're going to have one facing that way, and a third one facing that way. I'm going to put a hopper right here, and then we can put another block here with a comparator to grab the signal. And inside one of these droppers, we're going to put an item in that doesn't stack. So you can grab any item at all, as long as it doesn't stack. I'll use, for example, an iron sword. And the reason we use an item that won't stack is because they create the same signal strength as a full stack of items. So we won't have to use a repeater to grab the signal and boost it. And then we can get rid of that lever there and run the redstone down there. And then when we activate the system, just pop a torch on there. Make sure our item's going through here. Do we have two items? No, we've got just one. Yes, need to power it from the behind too.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Put a block there, one there. There we go. And now, the kit.
Power it again.
Right. Yep. The item went into the top dropper, which is its default position. So you might have to give it power again. And just put a block there. Put your redstone there. And boom, powers your system. Pretty simple. You can get rid of that one if you want. Doesn't really matter. And this can be toggled from the outside, like so, or from the inside, like so. So that's the entryway. We can just hide it now with some grass blocks. Make it look nice.
Seems legit.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah,
replace
now
this with
just
a grass block.
yeah, swap out that one as well.
And all you have to do is remember which block, and your system will open. And the nice thing about this is it works pretty much anywhere. You don't need to hide it under a tree or, you know, hide it in a cliffside. You know, it's just flush with the ground.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
a lot of the viewers will be happy to note that I removed all of the trees and grass and flowers and stuff that I put on originally. I did mention that, you know, it would be best to use that type of entryway somewhere where there's already a lot of trees, but a lot of people just thought it was too suspicious here on this mountaintop, so we decided to upgrade the entryway into something a little bit nicer and a little bit more practical.
Yep.
So,
And it worked out great, so yeah.
It looks good. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. It's very simple. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next Redstone Bunker episode.